What's going on, guys? This is Michael Gascon, and I'm here with you today to show you how to properly do a one-rein stop. I have Bambi, it's a little 3-year-old Pasofino filly, and she's a little hot to trot, and we're just going to show her how to shut down and the differences between disengaging the hindquarters and a one-rein stop. The biggest thing, if you've seen us work, you know we move their butts around a lot. We disengage their hindquarters a lot. Whenever we're doing that, we have a horse that already gives us his head so it flexes, and now we're going to sit down on our pockets, bring the horse's face to us, bring her face towards her butt. We're looking at her butt. We're moving her butt. The big difference between that and a one-rein stop is a one-rein stop is an emergency maneuver, and we're looking for her to shut down. For me, the biggest difference is whenever we ask her to move her butt, we're not going to continue to pressure, and we're not going to look at her butt. Twisting our bodies and looking at her butt tells her to keep moving her butt. Clicking to her, kicking her, pushing her, that asks her to keep moving her butt. Whenever we want her to simply give and stop the forward motion, we are going to flex her around past our leg, and we are just going to stop everything we're doing. I'm going to keep my body straight and square with her. I'm not going to use my legs for anything but balance. So what we'll do is we'll let her walk off here. The second she gets excited, we'll bring her, take her away from her, and we're going to hold her here. She stops moving. Excitement from my body. Look how my feet are still forward. And when she stops, we'll release her and release. She moves off again on her own. We slide the other rein down. We bring it over here. We're going to flex and hold. That doesn't invite any more movement. And for her to stop, give me an exhale and relax and release. Notice whenever she's moving off again, I'm not going to help her at all. I'm just going to come here and bring her face, take her face away from her. If you feel like your horse is stumbling and is going to fall, you can momentarily release and then bring it back. And as we get to better and better speeds, I'm sure you'll see just that. So here, completely stopped. Good girl. This is really good at disconnecting your horse from the reins where they don't feel like they have to pull on the reins all the time to stand still or to walk on a loose rein. Hold this here, wait for her to relax. There we go. See, she immediately moves off. We'll start telling her, hey, we didn't ask for that. And the biggest thing, I realize what's going on, but completely relax through the body as we're doing this. Good girl. Good girl. This is a really good time to pet your horse and touch your horse. Look how, as they're crossing their back feet, it just takes all their power away from them. Pro tip, if you're pulling your horse ahead around in an emergency scenario and they are not stopping, pull them around further and higher. A lot of horses will get their head stuck in here, in this area, and keep floating and running that way. Don't let your horse get stuck in front of your leg. Don't be afraid to pick them up and past your leg to their hip. But Michael, my horse isn't that flexible. It's this, it's that. It's funny how people tell me their horse isn't flexible enough, but then I see them scratch their ear with their back foot. I see them reach around and bite their back foot to get a fly off of it. They're definitely flexible enough. The question is, do you have that kind of control when you're going forward? Look how she's not in such a hurry now to move off. Now I'm going to ask her to move off. Again, complete loose rein. This is really going to help your horsemanship and help your confidence, because when you feel like you can give a horse a loose rein and they can't run away with you, they can't buck with you, they can't do anything funny, because at any given moment you can one rein stop them, it's a world of difference. Again, we don't overly use this. We think about this as the emergency brake. More commonly around here, we just move their butt and redirect them to whatever we were doing. If you have a cold, lazy horse and you one rein, say every time they kick out at a canter or anything like that, very quickly they'll want to shut themselves down, and we don't want to get the horse in the habit of it. But it is important at some point of their career that you go through this and that you understand exactly what you're looking for. A couple pro tips when that horse is going forward: don't lean forward to grab their face. Sit back here on your pockets, bring that rein to you. Now, pro tip number 2, don't use your leg to push their butt around. This is an emergency scenario. This is a break, so move her around like this, because keeping it forward and pushing into my stirrup is going to give me more balance. And number 3, once you find their face, so the one hand on the rein is going to bring the reins to me. The second hand is going to slide down and find her face like so. The second we drop this hand, put it right there in the pommel of your saddle and push backwards to help you stay balanced. Again, I want you to know what to do whenever there's an emergency. When I was on a dive ship, I was a deep sea diver, a horse trainer. 4 in the morning, all asleep, just worked 15-hour days, and the alarm goes off. You would jump out there with your boxers and one flip on, run to your station, go to where you needed to be, and they would say, oh, it's just an alarm. Do you know why they would inconvenience? Because they wanted us to know what to do when we weren't ready. So don't wait until there's a problem to stop. Practice this. Your body knows what to do. Slide down, find her face. So earlier on, she was a little bit less balanced with her butt. Look how now she's carrying me around, just no problems when I take her butt away from her. And you can hold this until she relaxes. She exhales there, we can release. It's amazing if you do this back to back to back, how you'll have a horse. See, before she was just, every time I let her go free and gave her a loose rein, she wanted to walk off. Now she doesn't want to walk off because she doesn't want to get one reined. Look at her eating grass. Ask her to move off again. And you could do this at any speed forward that you want to. And very quickly, your horse won't want to go too fast. Notice every time that I do this, I'm letting all the adrenaline die before I send her off again. So completely relaxed there. My body's relaxed, popping my lower back out. Complete freedom. Ha, 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 ha. Let's go, let's go. Complete freedom. Take her face away. And you can do this with a hot horse, a cold horse, a Percheron, a pony, a Mustang. It doesn't matter. Control the head, control the horse. If you have this horse's head going where you want, and you can control this butt, there's nothing that she can do. That's what guides her, and this is the motor. If you can take those two things away from her, no horse can take you for a ride. And that's how we do a one rein stop. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.